Hi, everyone. We have a lot happening right now at 5, and it's loaded up here on the big board tonight. The Supreme Court now taking up the Defense of Marriage Act. Four top names weighing in on gay marriage. Also, right now, the details in an overnight shooting in Raleigh, plus dramatic images as homes sit near the edge of a massive mudslide. But we begin with breaking news, a plea offer in the Colorado movie theater shooting rampage. Lawyers for James Holmes have just offered to have him plead guilty and get life in prison. Justice Anthony Kennedy joining four more liberal justices in raising questions about DOMA. Also happening now, North Carolina Senator Kay Hagan chiming in on gay marriage, the Democrat taking to Facebook to announce her support of gay marriage, something very few lawmakers have done publicly. Joel Brown right now in Raleigh.
Senator Hagan is back from Washington. She's in the state, but her office telling us that she isn't available to go on camera. Hagan making national news this morning with this Facebook post revealing her support for gay marriage. It reads in part, "After much thought and prayer, I have come to my own personal conclusion that we shouldn't tell people who they can love or who they can marry." The statement comes with some political risk. Hagan's up for re-election next year and is already a top target for Republicans. Now she risks turning off more socially conservative voters. On the other side of the aisle, Republican Senator Richard Burr's office telling us that Burr continues to believe that the definition of marriage is a state issue. I'm Joel Brown, right now in Raleigh. We have a developing story right now in Raleigh. Police searching for the gunman who fired at two men in the Headingham neighborhood. One man shot in the leg. Ed Crump live right now in Raleigh.
Steve, right now, no one is home at the house right over there where the shooting happened in the middle of the night, right there in that driveway. But one of the two men who was in the car spoke with Eyewitness News. He said he and a friend who lives in the home were eating a snack late last night in the car when two men approached, one carrying an assault rifle. He says the gunman, whom he didn't recognize, ordered them out of the car and began shooting. A bullet grazed his hand. Another hit his friend, 19-year-old Michael Bocock, in the leg. Bocock was treated and released from Wake Med. Police were back in the neighborhood this afternoon, but they aren't saying if the shooting was random or if they have a line on a suspect. I'm Ed Crump right now in Raleigh.
New developments happening now in Durham as police search for a red pickup truck involved in a rolling gun battle near downtown. Now there are rising concerns in this newly revitalized community. Tamara Gibbs right now in Durham.
Well, the incident has left nearby residents frustrated and some diners and shoppers in the downtown area on edge as bullets flew through the air. One man was shot in that rolling gun battle. Police won't comment on the victim's condition, and tonight the manhunt for the alleged gunman Christopher Eugene Hill continues. We've learned he was recently paroled on second-degree murder, released from prison just 2 years ago. Police say he fled the scene in a red pickup truck. Anyone with information is urged to give Durham police a call. I'm Tamara Gibbs right now in Durham.
An update right now on the road rage shooting caught on video. It went viral on Monday and just happening right now in Raleigh, a new push to fight domestic violence. Already 2 homicides this year in Wake County have been linked to domestic violence. A rally and silent march held this afternoon. Caitlin Canute in downtown.
We're here in downtown Raleigh where this rally is just getting done. They did a silent walk around the streets of Fayetteville, again in protest of domestic violence. The issue itself, trying to raise awareness about this prevalent problem. Also, some of the people who came out today did so specifically in support of Crystal Delgado. She's the woman who was charged with fatally stabbing her live-in boyfriend earlier this month. Many of her supporters say this was an incident of her protecting herself from domestic violence. Now, this rally just wrapped up, as did that silent march that you saw here. And as people were leaving, they were reminded there are resources out there that are available should you find yourself the victim of domestic violence or should you know someone else who's in one of these situations. And we'll post that information on our website, which of course is abc11.com. Right now in Raleigh, I'm Caitlin Canute.
Happening now in Washington, history for the Obama administration. Julia Pearson sworn in a short time ago as the first female director of the Secret Service. Pearson, who most recently served as the agency's chief of staff, is taking over from Mark Sullivan. He announced his retirement last month following the Colombian prostitution scandal. Happening now in North Dakota, lawmakers ban. The state's Republican governor says he expects the law to be challenged. Happening now in Raleigh, students fighting for funding. Dozens of students rallying against proposed budget cuts to the UNC system. Governor McCrory wants to trim millions of dollars in state funding and perhaps close some college campuses. Cheyenne Rodriguez right now in Raleigh.
This
This small group of students came from different campuses across the UNC system. They are here to protest the proposed cuts to the system. Governor Pat McCrory has proposed more than $50 million in cuts he says will help the government run more efficiently. There's even talk of closing some campuses, and out-of-state tuition hikes are on the table. These students say they came here to protest because they want Governor McCrory to hear their message that there is money somewhere in the state to fund education. I'm Cheyenne Rodriguez right now in downtown Raleigh.
Happening right now in Wilson.